as well, and this is quick and easy. And I want to say it's cost effective, but I can't because it depends on your. I can't say you won't make a mistake because it depends on your design and how you paste it. But the chances of us having to redo it in the office, it's 10% maybe. So your paste, the secrets that we show you when we paste it, it can help a lot. Oh yes, there's no question here. Can you do a travel mug in the oven? The plastic will melt. So you have to do it in the mug press. There was, before they changed the black, there was this water bottles with the plastic at the top. Those also melt in the oven, and you need the longer press. But they changed it now, so the new ones you can do in the oven. Let's test. Okay, for all the new people, we're going to start with session 2. We're doing tumblers and mugs in session 2. So we will be showing you how to do the rainbow tumbler. It will be exactly the same process with a white tumbler. We're going to do a dronk. It's like the extended wine tumbler. And we're going to do the new Big Jack tumbler. I'm going to do the same artwork as yesterday. Because the artwork that I left for today, we did the video on. So that we will load on YouTube a bit later.
So this is the rainbow one we did yesterday. It comes with a white lid, normal clear. But I don't know how much they are. I'll be standing on correction. All I've done now is I've taken a nice pretty big stone. It's 19 rand. And I put a nice pink lid on. So it comes with a clear one. If you want to just add a bit of funkiness, add a color to it. So the tumbler comes with a rubber coaster, a straw, a box.
What's busy with the box? And then cards. We use to advertise. So we put the care instructions, we paste it on the boxes when it leaves our office. So if it's our clients, we paste our company details on. If it's a reseller, we don't put our branding on, but we still put the instructions.
Okay. So it's already colourful. So we decided, my team decided, that was my design, the line art one. She's going to do a complete black with little hearts on, so that the colour will then shine through. Is there an up and down? Now I'm going to show you a trick of the tray. We did one in a one. I had the sleeve. I had the silicone sleeve and it didn't work great at all. Okay, so I'm sealing it, but what I do is I'm just taping the edge where it's closed, so that it is closed. You're always going to get a line on an overlap. I've got tumblers here. The line is, it's always going to be there because unless you can make sure that there is your artwork has to be perfect, that it lines up and there's no overlay. Okay. So if it was, I just did this like this yesterday because it's not a full, that was not a full wrap. This one is a full wrap, so how I do it, Marcy does it differently.
Is it 160?
The reason why we do it it easily ghosts at the top, then it's not a solid, beautiful print. So we do that.
So that's one of the main reasons why we have all 50 million different size tapes. You use it for everything else. This one has got the curve on it, so
Most of the time, my artwork stops just before the curve, so that there's no air that might decide to jump in.
yeah.
And I'm using the other phone. Yesterday, people didn't stop phoning.
Uncle? Yes, okay.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, sublimation is a gas. So when it prints and it's a solid, the heat makes it a gas. It then goes into whatever item it is.
One of the other guys. One of the guys that works
And
here.
what we normally do is, you'll see, we throw it into the water. It's just normal room temperature water. We throw everything into water except anything glass. Glass cracks. The frosted nuts crack. The glass. So you can throw. You've had it where the ceramic mug cracked. I've touched wood, never had a ceramic mug crack.
So your design is from top to bottom, it doesn't overlap.
It has got an overlap. It's like a 2 mil overlap at the bottom.
No,
Oh,
at the top and the bottom.
Yeah, no, it's literally, this one has a slight overlap at the bottom. That's the only thing.
We forgot to say that, please, depending on your supplier and the batches they import, the sizing differs. So please measure. I made a mistake earlier this year. I had old stock in the office and I bought new stock because I wanted to make sippy cups. And then there was a centimeter differ in the size. Yeah, and I printed twice. So,
Okay, I wasn't going to use, now, remember your oven burns.
we have to use that.
Yeah, you see, so if I was using, I've got a 3D press. So for this, because it's fully wrapped here and fully wrapped here, I'd actually have just taken a bit of tape and sealed that there before I put in my shrink wrap. But the oven does burn the thing, so hence why we're going to be using 2 pieces of paper.
You can do that the same time.
Not for me. Doesn't work for me. Okay. Okay. The reason we do this,
And that's just normal paper.
this is normal one paper.
We cover our blanks.
Yeah, we cover our blanks. The shrink wrap will stick. And then you can't get it off. We then use a heat gun with safety gloves.
They sell the gloves here.
We can get the gloves here. I'm always worried that I snag my diamond in the gloves. I'm hardcore. So this, it's literally just to secure the print. I haven't made it extremely tight because once it goes into the oven it actually tightens up even more. So if we've got complete silence, you'll hear as we put it in, it goes some more. So I've got a tumbler press. I think you've also got the craft tumbler press. I don't do tumblers in that because it's, you have to turn it, end it, don't work for me.
Time is money.
But you don't use the shrink.
No.
Use a tumbler.
No, if you use a tumbler press, remember it keeps it secure already. I'm going to put this in and then we can answer more questions. Yeah, shrink is for the oven, 3 minutes, it's done. 180.
183 minutes.
3 minutes, turn 3 minutes. So it's a total of 6 minutes. Your mugs is 12 minutes. So we're going to be doing a mug with a mug clamp a bit later, which is a 12-minute.
Inside the oven, it's
Inside the oven.
so you're going to turn it.
Yeah, we turn it.
The oven was bought on Takealot on special. Just make sure in your oven it must have a top and bottom
Element.
English, sorry.
Air fryer. It's easier.
Shrink wrap. Shrink wrap bags. The shrink wrap bags is available here. If you buy them loose, it's £5. If you buy a packet of 100, it's 350. We prefer, firstly, these ones in our offices, but there's white ones depending where you buy from.
Yeah, the white comes, so the big jack comes with a white shrink wrap already.
You'll see it now when we do.
Yeah.
This fits on everything. Yes, there's it on our YouTube channel. There's a video how to do it. I've done one of these in my office as well.
But yeah, we don't have enough time or patience for that to show you.
In front of people. So I will be doing the new dronkgat. We're only going to do the top part. Like we just said now, you can full wrap it, but it takes long and patience and everything. And make sure that you charge the client because your time is money. So we will only be doing the top part for everybody that's new. This is a gin tumbler and this is a wine tumbler. See, there's a difference. This one is fat, curvier. Okay. This is nothing. The thing comes in with your artwork. So your gin tumbler is straight, but your wine tumbler goes like this. So if your artwork is not correct, your tumbler is not correct. So just another tip, especially when you're new, remember you are the designer. So if you don't know how to, your template is not correct and you don't know how to make them meet here, then let your design stop here. If you have leaves coming like this design, I can make my flower end here and there so that it does not meet each other. You are the designer, you're in control of your art. Okay, just a tip, use it, don't use it. So this is my print for the dronkgat tumbler we're going to do. Yes. I'll put it yeah, demo. On Diva website, we've got a few templates. Just before I start, they've got colored ones as well. Please remember, newbies, we can't print white. So this is the artwork and this is how it ends up.
And you can't print on black.
Sorry.
Sublimation on black don't work.
So I'll send this around as well. This is previous demos that we did so that you can see. Yes.
Yeah, DTF you can, you can't. No, on that. Textile DTF, yes. You can use on shirts. On these, you would use a different.
UV DTF.
Yeah,
you can use UV DTF on this.
but it's, you have to find the right place that it doesn't come off because some of it comes off. I'm struggling with the supplier at this stage. This is the way Marty does it. Okay, it's completely different. I did the template myself. I didn't load it on the website yet. I will do that on Monday. So I'm doing it as tight as possible. Then I'm going to put two sellotapes like this, and then I'm going to put the long one over. You'll see that I wipe it off it. It must be as tight so that no air can come in because that's the secret. I prefer working on a pillow. It's just a bit easier for me.
I've got one of those muhammad things that I got from sheep. It's like a holder.
Oh yeah, I've got those silicone ones.
Yes.
I got mine in the week. Oh. I could never promote it.
So then in my office it's quiet, nobody talks. I like doing this at night as well because then my phone doesn't ring.
And the kids printer. Direct to garment. Are you wanting
So now I'm going to do it at the top, and my design stops just before the curve. But just remember, if I mess it up, it's 100 rand or 129 rand or something that's in the dustbin. So I'd rather use sellotape for you as well. I do spend a lot of money on sellotape, okay?
But also, try not, if you're going to use yellow tape, because a lot of people prefer using yellow tape. Actually, you might, yeah. But some people like the yellow tape. Just make sure that it doesn't touch your item, because it can sometimes cover it. I would rather use more blue tape than have to actually resort to a yellow tape. Okay, so mine is now finished. And all I'm doing, yep, I've done mine. Yeah. So all I've done now is I've literally just taken it out of the oven and shoved it straight into water.
So I'll be doing this again so that make sure that it's tight. There's no egg.
What's nice with these shrink wrap bags as well is they've got a little perforated edge, so it makes it easy to snap off.
I'm wrapping it, remember? Please always make sure that you cover it.
And it's not magic water.
Yeah,
So it's just normal tap water, room temperature. Doesn't have some magical superpowers.
So Marty put sellotape here because Marty forgot if she turned it or not. Because my phone rings and people ask questions in the office. Or I have to run to the gate because somebody's at the gate. Just a tip, I always use my open side and the open side in the same direction. So I put the closed side and closed side together.
Not in the oven.
We only do one. I only do one tumbler at a time. Debbie does 6 tumblers in her 3D press. But I've never been so busy that I need a 3D press. We had a question yesterday where they asked, is it fine if there's it's fine. It doesn't have to be flat and perfect. Remember, when it's in the oven, it's still going to tighten more. So I would say, don't make it too tight because then it's going to tear again. It happens to us as well.
And if your black's not black,
Contact Jessica.
contact Jessica. Exactly.
I'm putting it in this way and start the time.
Where's that pink lid? Pink lid's
My oven, I think the most I've done is 30, and then I only switched it off when I was done. 30.
So remember to stick your bottom.
No, normally my tumblers is 9 next to it. Yeah, and then but I'm the only one that does this.
But some people don't notice.
They just take it off.
So we'll send both of these round. I mean, they're identical, just different vegetables.
Yeah, you just need it.
So
so that the air goes out. It's fine. But I'm going to see the fumes, number one, and number two, you have to check on your oven what works, time and temperature. So you'll see sometimes I might it go a bit more to the 150 than to the when it gets too hot. So it's just something on
On the 80 just to warm up.
That's how you apply it.
And as soon as she puts everything on the range,
The yellows.
she has a mustard that's
Okay, so next up, before we do the big jack, we're going to do mugs. Okay? We already told you that please don't put these mugs in water because it's going to crack. Okay? Now this press, this mug press, it's mine, does not on normal mugs. I can't do this on my mug press. Charmaine gets it right in my office, I don't. My mug press only goes to there. From here it goes to the picture. So that's why if you want this to be printed in my office, I will be using the oven. Okay. So that's why we show you both ways. For example, Debbie didn't have a mug press until recently. She just used a 3. So that would be this process then. Okay. So if you don't have money to buy a mug press in the beginning, then rather use this method until you can justify buying one. Because it doesn't, for example, I don't have a plate press. I go to somebody else, use their plate press, and then I drive back to my office. Because I can't justify buying a plate press. Sorry. I do polymer plates maybe once every 4 months. Then I do 3. It's not worthwhile for me to buy one. I must pay rent first.
So if you've got the craft tumbler press, it comes with an attachment. That one can actually do the 15-ounce ones as well, and you can then get it full wrap from top to bottom. So that's certain presses do allow it. So I'm going to be doing a mug in the oven. This is my design. You kind of guess. All of our artwork, when we do it on an A4 piece of paper, and we do it 210 wide by 95 high, which is your mug. Now, because I do tumblers, not tumblers, I do mugs in my mug press full wrap, I always overtake everything. That's what I'm going to do now. So rather, I'd rather spend a bit more time overtake it than waste. It goes in the oven and then you've gone and wasted your electricity, your airtime, your patience. Yes. Yeah. Because yesterday's one did go slightly, even though it was in the oven, it did go slightly at the top. Because remember, it's a gas, so the gas gets in with air. The same thing. And now you can understand why we go through as much tape as we do. So this mic here it's a JG's one. So it came off of my shelf. Okay. I've made sure that it is 100% with the clamps. The clamps are out of stock at the moment, but I would rather have a clean clamp than a dirty clamp in case my print does come through. Even when we've had it where we've had paper on, it still comes through. One click. It clicks on, it's now at your print is now properly yeah, okay, but
That's for the oven.
this is for the oven. Yeah, you don't need this if you're using a mug press. You don't need these things. They come in different shapes and sizes and different colors and things like that. Titan will hopefully get stocked soon. I think when I bought my 3D press, I got the 15-ounce one and the 11-ounce one with the press. I then just bought copious amounts more because they say it can do 12 mugs at a time. So, oh, is it done? Yeah. Okay. So, we're putting it in flat, not like this. Flat. One. Okay. If it's like this, you're not going to have even distribution of the heat because the elements at the top at the bottom. So that's why we put it in. And it goes in for 6 minutes. And we turn it 6 minutes.
Debbie,
Yeah.
sorry. So when you put the mug in like that, when you have to rotate it, you basically just rotate it that the sides are up.
No, I flip it like that. So now what we're going to do is, it's laying like that now. I'm literally going to flip it
So the handle is
so the handle's to the back side.
Okay, and the same with the tumblers.
Yes, the tumblers you just rotate.
So if it's like this, purple side there, blue side there, then you rotate it
Yeah.
with the blues on top of
Yeah.
it.
But with this one, because you can't really rotate it to the back, if you flip it, you've still got your handle here,
Yeah.
and it's exactly the same. It's just
So when I did it, I must put the salad at the front so that I know. Then my salad will just be at the back.
Back.
I'm
So
not-
I will be doing a spoon mug in the mug press, just so that you know it's something different. You don't do the same mugs every time. Just a tip when you do these mugs, they're not all the same size, so you have to adjust your mug.
doesn't work. And the lepel is actually very small. It's tiny. Yeah, it's not a normal lepel. I'll see if we can get one.
When you use your mug press, I literally only put a small piece this side to hold it there and a small piece on the other side. That's all. You don't over tape nothing. And then I'm gonna slide it in, it's already warm. I'm gonna slide it in and put the timer on at 4 minutes.
So this is the little lepel.
It's still the same like when I bought it. Just a tip, I know with your, what do you call your press again?
3D.
No, this one?
The Craft Express.
The Craft Express says that it was warm up with something
Yeah,
inside.
you have to warm it up with a mug in it.
Otherwise you burn your elements. You already replaced how many? 4.
Yeah, so you have to
Follow instructions.
So follow instructions, because I've had JG's on the phone, I've flipped every up to management. So when you heat it up, you've got to heat it up with a mug in it. When you cool it down, you just put the mug in it and you leave it open to cool down. I've got a mug, and also what's nice is when it heats up, all the crap that's in your element goes into that mug. So it cleans your mug, your element. Oh, yes? In an oven, it's one at a time. If you've got the 3D press, does anyone have a 3D press? No. It's a vacuum press. It's about that big, and it's maroon in color. So it's from Titan Jet. It costs a whole 9,900 rand. That one you can do more mugs in because it is regulated. Whereas this oven is actually made for cooking, so it's not it can't self-regulate. You'll notice even on your mug presses, when you put something in, it always keeps the temperature. It always moves. It goes down and then it moves up. Whereas an oven can't go up once there's something in it, it just stays. So with a 3D press, I can do up to 12 mugs in it because it always keeps the temperature. So it drops and then it starts going up to get so that it's constant. Yeah. So it's just like a heat press would.
But the roll press also does.
Yeah.
It drops as soon as you.
But as soon as you start putting it in, it goes up. Yeah. So that's just the difference between the oven and why you can only do one thing at a time.
We always put our mugs when it's done now. We're also going to put it in water. If the colors are brighter, your black is more black. Okay, I actually did the exercise to prove myself wrong and right. So it's seriously, does make a difference. When you do a lot of mugs and you stack them up and you don't put it in water, the color from the one can go to the other one because it's still hot. Remember what we said? The ink gets activated with heat. So when it's still hot, the color can go to the other mugs. So when you put it in water, the process stops. So the color can't go to the other mugs as well. So what I did, 1 minute. So what I do in my office, I've got a zinc in the office, I'm lucky. So then my mugs are all like that. So then we start taking it out, let it drip dry, then we put the new mugs in, then we do a lot. But obviously there's also 4 minutes, you quickly do this, you come back, and the thing goes off. I just want to get the lid, then I'll send it around. So in my office, if I don't have the rubber that goes with the 20 ounce, I would be putting a sticker here to say that this item is not dishwasher safe, with my company logo obviously, and the website or email or whatever. If I do it for a reseller, I'll still do the sticker but without my logo on. Remember, it's advertised. This is a gift going to somebody's house. Where did you do it? Oh, there. Use the tip or don't use it. Which one is the first?
Oh, sorry, that's me, Dad.
Are you going to turn it or must I?
Please turn it. Sorry, I'm just organizing stuffs.
Can you start with the flap?
I should make me do this.
I was too scared to do it in the oven. So this week, what do you call it in English? The ice is gebreek.
Yeah, you broke the ice.
So you're able to do this in that oven. Both of them are done in the oven.
But the handle doesn't off.
You'll see now.
Take it off.
Okay.
Take it off.
So what's lucky about this one, and it also comes with the shrink wrap. Unfortunately, on Titan's video for this one, they say that you just put the shrink wrap on and heat it. Please don't do that. Please put something over to protect, because it's a 200 Rand down the drain if your shrink wrap goes onto it. Okay, it's got a lacquer lid. My husband is dead set against these things. He hates it. He's like, why are you walking around with such a big thing? So he's now doing a race today, and guess what he's taken with him? Okay. See, that's what I was organizing. Thank you. Okay. Screwdriver. The handle comes off. Just don't, yeah. See, I don't like nuts. I want my own screwdriver. See, even something as stupid as a screwdriver.
I didn't see the time or something.
Oh dear.
That's why you want to
With paper and everything. And you'll see we take it out of the oven with a silicone and throw it. Okay. So the handle comes off.
Just a question. How many mugs have you broken with the mug press?
Lots.
Why? Because of having it too tight.
Yeah. The handle.
The handle just goes click.
And snaps right
Maybe I
off.
took them off. too tight.
Yeah, it's when you're too in too much of a rush and you want to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in there.
Maybe it happened in my office, but they just kept it out.
Okay.
So if your black on your mug doesn't look like this, then please contact Jessica Martin.
200, 199. Yeah, I think they've still given. You still have stock of the big jacks.
3.
So just, we'll see how many we've got. Okay, so only 3 left.
Who's running?
Me. I want 3.
She wants 1.
Oh shit. Okay, I want 2.
Okay, so you'll notice that this part here is curved as well. So your artwork is going to be curved.
How do you establish that? How much is going?
There's a template, so we just put it in the template.
Yeah.
So,
Well, types, we put one on our group yesterday.
so I'll do it again after we're done. Yeah, everybody.
Just scan the QR code. There is a QR code on the front. So all you do is you open up your WhatsApp. At the top of your WhatsApp, it's got a little camera. Click on that camera, point it to the QR code, and join. Okay. So Marty was very nice. She made this design.
Hulle het gesê ek kan maar na.
Ja, wat's fine. I overlap a bietjie.
Nee,
Nee, nee, ek het self doen. Dis 'n shop sample daai. Dis nie my, dis nie my.
No.
Ek sal doen.
Yeah, it's got 1 minute left.
Met daai plek gesê dit. Judges het spesifieke dishwasher. En ek het gekry vir nog 5 jaar en sy het gebruik vir dishwasher. En alles is net nog. Maar wat my probleem is dat niemand se dishwasher is dieselfde.
So just like
Dis 'n So there's a question this side. Is the spoon marked dishwasher safe? Okay. The tip from us is we rather put a sticker on to say that it's not dishwasher safe to cover our asses, because nobody's machine is the same, and the coating can go off after some time, and then you look like the bad one. So I would rather put a sticker on saying not dishwasher safe.
yeah.
Because
My
my name
husband
is
puts everything in the dishwasher. Even though I tell him it's not dishwasher.
Marty. At the bottom it starts going off because of the dishwasher.
Yeah, the coating comes off.
See how beautiful, even full color on the glitter looks? My advertising stuff.
So I'm wrapping this just like I did the.
The mark is going with the cap in the wall.
Okay. So my bottom is wrapped, my top is wrapped. Now we're doing the top. To make sure your artwork is the correct way round. It's a costly exercise.
So yesterday they were joking that if you mess that up, you have a 200 rand stationery holder on your table.
Okay.
I'll still use it. I'll just hide it when everybody's there.
Yeah.
Okay, now
You
you
know
can
what's
see-
bad? If you use that in the office and then the client walks in and then is that how you do your stuff?
Yeah, because your handle goes over it, it's not going to show. But you want it to look like it's wrapped properly.
Mine sometimes goes there, so that's why I put extra sellotape around.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting tape. rather waste more tape than throw away a product.
Water slide transfer. Water slide transfer.
Yes.
Can you print on a water slide on the paper?
Yeah.
Not
with sublimation.
The varnish over and then
So
you can
what?
use
That's only for laser printing.
Yeah. No, you get inkjets as well, but it's, you've then got to take a spray and you've got to make sure it's on. And so I use that ink. What did you call it?
transfer.
No, what you just said, water sliding.
Yeah.
So I use water sliding for candles, but I make sure that it's a laser printed one
Okay.
for specific reasons.
To me, I just think, yeah, sticker.
Yes. That's it? Oh, that was on the mug. Ah, you know why? I put that back on my shelf because there was a stuff like it. And then
It's a reject mark from the
it's
office.
a reject mark from the office. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you'll notice it, but a client won't.
Yesterday I made a joke. Something happened here and it was wrong. Oh, but I did it now with the pillow as well. We know that there's something wrong with the art book, but you don't know.
Yeah.
So we've got a rule in the office. Before I say no reprint, Shemaine must first check it. If she says reprint, then we reprint. Otherwise, it goes.
Okay. So I'm just, it's proper sealed. In theory, we wouldn't actually have to, but because your oven, we would just have to seal that. I've only got that space open and that, because that's sealed.
I also leave it like that, but then I still
You still put tape, that's what I'm saying.
because I'm scared of this.
Yeah. But I would have put a tape here, and then it's completely wrapped, but we've
No,
burned.
I would rather do.
Yeah. So this is now the fun part, is just wrapping it with lots of paper. I'm gonna keep that on, I'll just use it for yeah. So what we'll do now is we're gonna take a break.
Well, I'll sit in the oven because it's the same process, and then you can look at it when after the break. We're still gonna do exactly the same. 6 minutes, so 3 minutes, turn 3 minutes. So if you want to stretch your legs when it's in the oven, you're welcome. Or if you want curious and want to see what we do, then you can stay. But there's lovely surprise outside with the cool drinks. She said eggs stretch.
Yeah, your surprise is cupcakes. Okay, so now because this one doesn't have a bottom, just please don't do what I would have done and let it go. Yeah, so just be careful when you're putting it in.
Debbie, where's your glove?
I do it in the office like that, that's why I don't have the patience to take my ring off every 2 minutes. Okay, health and safety, pretend I've got the glove on, okay? Okay. Okay. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. In the middle. Okay. And now we can take a break. We will be back at 11:15.